we got a lot of good questions today. Hi everybody, welcome back. Today we have a Q&A video. I haven't done one of these videos in a while, and since I'm in quarantine, I thought let's do a Q&A because these are the type of videos that are best to do when you're stuck in a room with nothing else better to do. Anyway, if you are new to this channel and you found this Q&A video, welcome. My name is Kat. I usually like to do luxury review videos from luxury handbags, makeup, and skincare, but I also do Q&A videos once in a while for you to ask me any questions. So if you like that kind of video, I hope you subscribe. And for everyone else, you know, we've got quite a few questions right here. If you're not following me on Instagram, I think you should follow me. My Instagram handle is up here or linked down below. That's where I usually post questions for Q&As, so make sure you follow me there. I'll collect everything and then we'll do a video. So we've got quite a lot to get through, so let's get started. This is TLH. Would you recommend buying a Cartier Love Bangle? So I am wearing it right now, and I have been wearing it, I would say, ever since I got it a few years ago. This has to be one of the best cost per wear purchases that I have ever made. Now, there are pros and cons to wearing these kind of bracelets. So the one that I have is the old style that's screwed on. You know, if you're not used to having a bracelet on your hand 24/7, 365 days a year, then this version may not be suitable. They also have the cuff version, which I know a lot of people prefer because so that you can take it off at night. Now, is it worth buying? Do I recommend it? If you love jewelry and you find that it makes you very happy when you wear it, I think it is a good purchase. Like I had doubts about it at the beginning. I was wondering, you know, would I pay the full price for it? You know, that was about a year and a half ago. I was thinking, yeah, is it really worth the price? If I had to buy it today at the full price, I probably would, knowing that I would wear it for many, many years to come, because I already have been wearing it for 2 years plus on my hand. So I do recommend it if you're a fine jewelry lover, but do consider your lifestyle if you prefer cuffs or the full screwed on version. Sarah O Navarro, do you think that buying jewelry is an investment? Why? I don't think buying jewelry is an investment. And I feel like the word investment here is like quote unquote investment. If you think about it as a long term, you know, you're gonna wear it every day for the next 30 years, then yes, jewelry will never go out of style as long as you buy the classic pieces and you really wear it. Like I can wear this for many, many years to come. I guess in that way, you would call it an investment. Plus, the prices do go up. But if you're just wearing it for a short term and you're buying it at retail right now, it is not an investment because you don't really get much back from your jewelry immediately after you purchase it, unless it's pristine. Like if you were to resell your jewelry like a year after you purchase it from the store, you will most likely lose money. But if you're gonna wear something like this, like if I were to wear this for the next 10 years and then sell it, you know, at a little higher than what I bought, I guess you could say I made a bit of profit, but you know, if I put that money aside, I didn't spend it on this and I put it into a real investment, I think I would get much more back. So it depends on how you look at the word investment. I don't think it's like a real investment, like buying a house or buying stocks or, you know, investing in real things. But if you're investing in yourself and something for your own satisfaction and something that you're gonna use for a long time, yeah, I guess you could say that it's like a luxury long-term investment. Then LYJ, what are your thoughts on the VCF Gulache necklace and wishing a happy quarantine? Thank you. I am not familiar with the Van Cleef and Arpels jewelry line. I think that is the one that is doesn't have any semi-precious stones, and it has that kind of like a shimmery part of the gold. If I were to buy something from VACA, this would be the version that I would get. It's full gold, it's beautiful, and I think in different lighting it shimmers. I actually really liked it. I thought at one point that if I were to get a VCA piece, this would be the version that I would consider. Linty PLL, Lindy 26 are a Chanel Jumbo. Both are very classic pieces from Hermes as well as Chanel. I had the Lindy 26 and I have the Chanel Jumbo, which I'm actually going to sell. Both of them have their different appeal, but if you're looking for something that is more hard wearing and something that I think will, you know, keep it structured, etc., the Chanel Jumbo would be a better purchase. But if you like something a little bit more understated, then I would think the Lindy 26 is a better bet. Lux.Lee, how is your knee doing? It's up and down. I think a few days ago, or maybe the past 2 weeks, it was like down a little bit. I was having a bit of hip problem. And then when I came into quarantine, it's been about 3 days now, I was doing like a, you know, stretching exercise and just like, you know, giving a bit of rest. It feels good today. It feels good yesterday and today. So, you know, my knee's up and down. It's one of those things that it's like a lifelong chronic situation that I will probably have to deal with for the rest of my life. The only way is to improve my situation through stretching and exercise and not overdoing exercises. So, you know, we just get along with it. Linda LBW, thoughts on the Hermes Ulysses notebook. Oh, I don't know what that is. Let me just check it out. Ooh, it's like a bougie, luxurious notebook cover. Wow, it's really beautiful. The one that I'm looking at is Swift leather with gold exterior with white stitching, and I believe the inside is like almost like a sky blue. It is really nice. And if you love stationery, you're like a stationery luxury stationery junkie, or maybe a stationery junkie who loves luxury as well, this is definitely something that you would love. Annie, is Tiffany and Co jewelry worth it, or is it better to save up and go for fine jewelry? Well, Tiffany and Co is fine jewelry, and my Tiffany and Co gold pieces, when I bought them, they were so much cheaper. Right now, they are so expensive. So it's actually fine jewelry, unless you're thinking of the like more like trendier pieces. Then if you are aiming for fine jewelry, like, you know, you already know what you want, I would say save up and go for what you want rather than buy the small things right now, because they do add up. So, but if you love Tiffany and Co, you know, go for it. I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right. Shiawa Seninaro 2017. Will you consider moving back to Malaysia for good? Whew, that is a really good question. I know that I will move back to Malaysia for good eventually, but not at the moment. Bon Jovi Chia, how do you cope with the anxiety caused by COVID? That's a good question. I think for the past few months, especially towards the end of the year, I started to feel the effects of a very stressful year, especially around October, November. I didn't feel like angry or anything, but I felt quite down, like I wasn't myself. And how did I deal? Actually, I didn't deal with it. I just sort of let myself feel it. And I don't know if that's a dealing mechanism, but I sort of just let time go by. So I don't think it was really healthy, because I was feeling quite flat, and I would say not looking forward to what's coming the next day. What kept me going day for day or day by day is my gym and work and, you know, my family. But really, waking up in the morning was not the most exciting thing to do. I don't know, how did I cope with it? I just told myself to keep going and sort of partially hope things that will get better, but kind of living for the present, doing things that I want to complete for each day, and then, you know, move on to the next day, rather than last time where, you know, you plan, okay, 6 months from now, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, you know, I'm gonna plan 4 months ahead. You know, even things that I want to buy right now, I'm just like, oh, we'll see, maybe the weekend, 2 days from now. No, I try not to have too much distance between what's happening, I'm feeling today, to what I want to plan for next, because I try to assess how I feel every day. So if I don't feel good, then I'm just gonna relax. If I feel energized and I feel like I can do something, then I try my best to act on that feeling, because it could suddenly go away. So in a way, I'm trying to manage my own state of mind. You know, there are days you just feel a little tired, so I try not to push myself those days, because I'm gonna hate myself for pushing myself. But if I feel a little good that day, I try to ride on that wave of goodness. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's how I'm trying to cope with, I don't know if that's anxiety, but I'm trying to cope with the situation of COVID. Little Twin Star 88, are you still enjoying your Petite Noe? You inspired me to get one too. Oh, awesome. I actually love it. Okay, I didn't sell it, and that's one bag that I really, oh my gosh, I shouldn't say this right now, right? Because I feel like my mindset has been shifting lately, but I have thought about it, like, will I ever sell that bag again? You know, I got it at such a great price, I got a handle for it, and you know, I don't actually have any more very current LV pieces. So because of that, it's something that I feel like it's gonna live in my collection for a while, like for a long time. And I love it. Every time I pick it up and I just hold it, I try on the strap, it looks so good. It's like one of those big bags in my collection that I love. But I haven't been using it so much since I got it because, well, we're not going out. Haven't had a chance to really use it. So I am hoping, okay, I am really hoping maybe this year I have more chances. But you know, like I said in my previous question, answer, not hoping too much. But you know, if I can get a chance, if there's a good day out, I'm gonna grab the bag out because it's a great bag. Angeli 100111. Do you bring your expensive stuff, jewelry, luxe, shoes when you travel nowadays? When I travel, you mean this one time? I actually am wearing all my luxury jewelry. Did I bring my luxury bag? I brought 1 or 2 luxury bags. But you know, that's because I know where I'm coming to. I'm not going to be able to go out and it's only a short trip. Luxy Chic, what is or will be your first bag purchase of 2021? I pulled the trigger and got a mini square. Ooh, congratulations on your mini square. What is and will be my first bag purchase for 2021? Well, if you watch our lives, like myself and Amy, well, for me, I'm forcing myself, okay, not to have like a wish list. So I actually don't have any bags set in my mind. And for me, that feels very freeing because I don't feel like I need to buy something for 2021. The risk is that when I see new things and I see new bags or I see old bags and I just, you know, watch YouTube and get influenced, that's the risk where I'm like, oh, I like that bag, shall we check it out? So at the moment, there isn't anything on my mind that I want to get. If I were to really think about it, there are a couple of bags that I'm interested to look at, like try on a few more times. For one is the BV cassette. I really like, I just feel like touching it. I feel like just playing around with it a little bit. I think that's a very trendy bag and I doubt I will get it, but you know, it's on my mind a little bit. I do want to see the Doraemon Gucci bag. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to get it just because it's gonna be very expensive. Other than that, I don't have any other bags, so I think that's a good thing. Okay, just change. How much is LV Twist resale value? I don't know. I think you can check this on the resale market. Fashion File is a good place to sort of gauge the current resale prices. They're a little bit expensive, but you know, most of their things are priced, you know, at market price. So yeah, you can definitely check Fashion File. Joyce Lee 898. What is your decision making process when deciding to buy a luxury item? Ooh, it depends on so many things, but let's talk bags, because you could be luxury SLGs as well, right? Or luxury shoes. So I'm just gonna assume you're asking about bags. For me, if I look at a bag and I like it, firstly, of course, I have to like it. I think this one of the things that I do look at, even though it shouldn't be a major deciding factor, but it is of course the price. Because if the price is way out of my budget, then I don't even consider it. But if it is, you know, something that I can work towards, that I can sort of like, oh, that's not too bad, I can work, you know, and get that kind of money for it, then the deciding factor would be, does it suit my lifestyle? And is that bag suitable for what I want to use it for? Because if I was getting a casual bag, then is that bag casual enough, or is it too casual? Is it too sloppy? If I was getting a bag for work, then is it too casual? Or is it too formal that maybe it's not appropriate for my kind of work? Because I'm not like super corporate. So I guess I do consider my lifestyle. I don't just buy a bag because it's absolutely beautiful. Though I have bought 2 bags that I think are just fun bags, like casual fun bags. But for most part, I do consider like, do they suit my lifestyle, and can I also accept carrying the bag? Because sometimes they look good on other people, and I think they look good on me, but when I actually use it, I've made mistakes buying it as well, because I just don't go along with the bag, or the bag wears me or something like that. Tamina Mina Mia. Hi Kat, if Birkins only cost 200 bucks, will you still love it? Thank you. That's an interesting question. $200. Now, maybe I changed your question a little bit, but let me just maybe explain why I think a Birkin will never be costing $200. The reason the Birkin is so expensive, maybe excessively expensive, you know, because of the marketing status, they want to rise above everyone else. I think there's a big margin there. But take that away and consider the Birkin. Just the bag itself, the amount of work that goes into making a Birkin would mean that it cannot cost $200. Like, an artisan needs to hand sew every single thing, hand stamped, hand press, you know, make the handles and everything. Just the whole process and workmanship of making the bag. Take away the brand, take away, you know, all that excess, you know, margin and all that. Just that bag itself. I believe it's like 40 over hours to make a bag. And I don't think any company would charge $200 for the amount of work that goes into making a Birkin. So maybe I adjust your question a little bit, just to set the stage, just to set the question in a right space. Because if you tell me a Birkin's at $200, then I don't think that's the kind of workmanship that goes into the bag. But if your question was, say, a Birkin is $2,000, I would still love the bag, because it's a beautiful bag. If you have seen a Birkin in real life, touched it, felt it, looked at that workmanship, it surpasses the LV bags that I have seen. It is incredible. The sewing on it, the way it's placed, the way it just, wow, it just looks so good. Wow, I just cannot imagine how they bend the sides and all of that to make that bag the way it is. So at $2,000, I would definitely still love the bag. But at $200, I don't think that will be a Birkin anymore. I think maybe not the real one. Potter_cat, favorite place to eat in Singapore. Whew, favorite place to eat in Singapore. Gosh, there's so many good places to eat in Singapore. I do enjoy eating at this place called Golden Spoon. I love the crabs there. Oh, I also love Melbourne. It's also crabs. So I think anywhere that has crabs is my favorite place to eat in Singapore. Best place to stay in KL. Ooh, if you're traveling to Kuala Lumpur or KL, would be at the KLCC or the Kuala Lumpur city center. That's where the two twin towers are, and there's this huge shopping mall there. That's one area to stay. Another area to stay is also at Pavilion, because that's another shopping area which you have this whole pavilion of shops and high-end shops, and you've got food and everything. So that's another place to stay. But if you don't really want to be like smack in the middle of the bustling traffic jam, somewhere a little further, which, you know, is kind of like in between, would be, I think, Mid Valley is also a good place to, you know, come for like a short holiday. Serene Vol 88. Do you collect scarves and twillies? I don't collect scarves and twillies. I have some twillies, which, you know, bought a bit silly to buy so many, but I do have them, but I don't actually collect them. Happy Jet Jet, makeup or bags? Oh, that's a tough question, girl. Makeup or bags?
5 hours later.
I'm gonna say bags because bags don't expire. I love makeup and I love collecting them, but I know like every time I buy a eyeshadow palette, they have a limited life. I'll enjoy it while they're still alive, but yeah, bags are more forever, so bags. Though I love makeup, so that's just unfair. That's unfair. Sheila Bol Bolan, what is the one bag you would repurchase in another color? Ooh, you know what I will buy in another color? A Birkin. Ultra electromagnetic top. Will you be coming back to Singapore anytime soon, or will you be working from KL for the time being? Well, no, I'm coming back in March. So I am working in KL for the time being, but not long, like only 7 weeks. And then I'm going back to Singapore. Petite Sakura, why doesn't your husband move with you in Singapore? Isn't it easier that way? It would be much easier, except that my work is in Singapore and his work is in Malaysia. Kimel92, have you completed your wrist stack, or do you consider adding some more bracelets? Which one? So I have my JUC in the bag, my love bracelet, and I've got my very, very old nomination bracelet. I will want to add one more piece from Cartier, and then I feel like my stack is complete. It's gonna be a white gold thin love bracelet, and I haven't decided with or without diamonds. I was talking to Clara, and Clara said, don't get the diamonds, girl, you don't need the diamonds. The only reason I considered getting the diamonds is because I believe they have the rhodium plating if there is diamonds. But without the diamonds, then the white gold doesn't shine so much. So yes, I am considering adding one more, but it's gonna be the thin version because, yeah, I don't think I can do so many thick ones. I'm back happy. Thoughts on the Coco Crush ring right now that you have it for a few months? Oh, I love it. Let me just go and grab it. So this is my Coco Crush ring. I love this ring. I think if there was any fine jewelry that you want to get from Chanel, these are definitely pieces to consider. They are still in the reasonable price range, and oh, they are so, so beautiful. Wearing these rings make me feel like I want to get my fingers nicely manicured. Like, I feel like my fingernails are not doing my rings justice. So every time I wear my rings, I'm like, oh girl, get your nails done. So, but yeah, anyway, coming back to the Coco Crush ring, I love them. I feel like the mini is more beautiful and more substantial in real life. In the pictures and maybe on display, they don't look like much, but it is actually really substantial. It's got weight in it, and it's got, you know, it's beautiful in real life. Bags of Arabia, your favorite handbag. Oh, my favorite handbag. Okay, my favorite handbag is from luxury perspective, because I've got so many other bags that I love that are not luxury. But my luxury ones, like the expensive ones, I would still pick my Chanel camera case. That bag is one of, oh, actually I do love my Birkin as well. So, ooh, I love my Birkin because my Birkin 30 gold with palladium hardware. I love that because I never thought I would ever own a Birkin. So I got that like a few years ago and I was like, oh my gosh, crazy. But you know, something that I purchased a while ago would be my camera case. I really enjoy how it looks, how cute it is. So these are the two bags, I think. But between the two, it's so hard to pick. Adeoye? I'm not sure how to pronounce this. Is it Adeoye? Oh, I'm so sorry. Chanel Gabrielle still in trend and worth it. I think it's still in trend, and oh, do I think it's worth the price? It's gone up so much, you know. I think if you love that bag and you love the style and you know you're gonna get a lot of use out of it, then it's definitely worth it. It's still really sought after. Like if you see that bag in the pre-love market in decent, you know, shape, because it's one of those bags that do get worn down. But if you find one that is in almost really good new condition, they sell out so quickly. People buy them like that. So I feel like, yeah, it is still very in trend and it looks so good. Jillian Louis, what bag are you using right now? I'm using my Longchamp crossbody bag. I love it. June Wildecker, how old are you? Girl, I'm almost 40. I am 39 this year. My last opportunity to say I'm in my 30s. Next question. If you could live anywhere, where would your top 3 locations be? Woo! Okay, number 1, I would live in Japan. I love Japan. There's something so peaceful and kind and just, I don't know, just so good about that place. Every time I go there, I feel everyone is so polite. Everybody's so clean, and I love the language. I love the food. So Japan is definitely top, all right, top place I would live. Number 2, I would actually say Singapore. Singapore has grown on me over the past several years. I mean, I've been here for a while, and I think it's a place that I could live in the future. I think I have really become very Singaporean. Even my Malaysian friends are like, you sound very Singaporean. And I'm like, I know, I can hear it. They can hear it. I can hear Singaporeans. I can hear myself talking like a Singaporean. If Singaporeans have asked me, how do they sound different from Malaysians? And I can honestly tell them, like, you talk like this. Malaysians don't talk like this. And they laugh because you don't really realize it until you live in a certain country, right? But anyway, that's just a funny thing that I joke with my Singaporean friends and my Malaysian friends, of course. So we just laugh, you know, it's a funny thing. Singapore, definitely. And then, of course, top 3, the third top place is my own country. I love Malaysia. I would say Malaysia and Singapore are like at par, but you know, Malaysia has dropped slightly in the past year with the whole political environment that just makes it less appealing, a little bit annoying, and a little bit disappointing. So, but that aside, we don't have to talk about that aside. I love this country. Food is amazing. I love the freedom here. My family is here. Every time I come home, I just feel like, oh, tanah airku. You know, like, I'm home. You know, I'm home. So definitely, I think 2 and 3, like 2 on par, like these 2 countries. You know, but then put them to a side. You know, I love Japan. Like, if can you, Singapore and Malaysia, can you just be like Japan? Like, can you please be like Japan. Premium life. Would you get the Gucci times Doraemon collaboration? Oh my gosh! Girl, I know you are. You know, I'm dying inside. Okay, I am dying inside. Amy knows, Clara knows. Both of them are trying to like steer me. They're holding me by my ears saying, don't do it. Girl, don't do it. And I swear, like the logical brain in me, the person that says 2021, don't be a collector, is really holding me down as well. But man, it's so freaking cute. Like, I really want... So put that all aside. I put Amy aside, put Clara aside, put my logical brain aside. Let's talk about my heart. I really want that little camera bag. Like, I want it so badly. I actually know how much it cost, and I know like I'm gonna get so much use out of it. I know, like I just know I'm gonna use it. You know what I mean? I just feel it in my blood. But I'm holding back. Okay, I'm just holding back because that is money that I could put somewhere else. Oh, it's killing me. It's killing me. I want it so badly. Love Lux Eat. Is Chanel the new Hermes? Thoughts on the Spring Summer 2021 collection? Oh, so I just did a very quick video this yesterday, and I uploaded it today when I'm filming. Today's Sunday. I'll link it up here as well as in the description section down below. You can check it out. Just took a look at a few of the bags from the Spring Summer collection. I'm actually really glad that nothing really jumped out at me. It's so expensive. Like, nothing was below $4,000. I think everything was like I'm talking about Sing dollar, right? So everything was in the $4,000 to $5,000 range. Cinder Lily, what is your favorite handbag of all time, including ones you have sold, and why? Ooh, that's an interesting question. You know, there was one bag, and the reason why I find that bag to be one of my all-time, okay, like, love that bag so much, was very upset that it actually disintegrated, was actually my Balenciaga. It was the Balenciaga giant bag. It was a huge tote like this, and it had longer handles. It didn't have strap, but I used that bag to death. It was this cypress color. I think that's the color it was, cypress. And it just, over time, because I was using it for work, for travel, I could put like my jacket, everything was this huge thing. It just disintegrated. Lambskin just started to crumble. But I actually really enjoyed using that bag, and when it started to disintegrate, I did consider like repurchasing it, but they discontinued that bag. Maybe it was just way too big. They started to focus on their city bags, which came with the strap and was it come with strap? I think longer strap and shorter strap, and they started to downsize. But that was one of the bigger bags. I had that bag in, I think 2011. Yeah, almost 10 years ago. That was I would say that was one of my all-time favorite bags. When I used that bag, I can really, really remember how much I enjoyed it. No worries of it being damaged. I just used that bag so much. I think that's definitely a big favorite. So those are all the questions. I had such a good time answering them. I hope you enjoyed this type of video as well. If you want to ask me questions, like I said earlier, make sure you follow me on Instagram. That's the best place to just catch me on my Insta story and put a question. I will, collect them all in, like a little list like this, and I'll go through them in a video. So yeah, follow me on Instagram, and of course, I hope you subscribe. And if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up because that helps me with my channel. And hit that notification bell as well so that you'll be notified every time I upload. Anyway, everybody, please take care. Please stay safe. Wash your hands. And I will see you in my next video. Bye, everybody.